It's an opportunity for you to ask any questions and we will happily answer those questions for you. On today's show, we're going to be covering a few things. We've got a new introduction to a VTG manager that we're going to talk about. We've got some announcements in regard to registrations, which is so exciting. And we're going to talk about a few more sports that are jumping on board with us this year. And the hashtag to use if you want to ask a question is simply hashtag AskVTG. So I want to introduce you right now to Peter Van Pixteren.
Hello guys, how are you going? It's going to be fantastic to be part of the VTG program this year. Coming from a teaching background myself, looking forward to giving back to teachers and seeing how the games can improve and being part of that in organising the event. It's a big event up in Ballarat again this year for the second year, and we're really looking forward to seeing as many teachers down there as possible. So looking forward to it and working alongside a small but very passionate team here at SSV who deliver the event for you, and we're looking forward to seeing you there.
Fantastic work, Peter. And my name's Raf Agostino, and we will be bringing you weekly updates just to keep you informed in an effort to try and bring the best out of the games for you. Today is National Cheese Day, but more importantly, its registrations have opened today. So if you haven't jumped on board and registered, make sure you do, because we're pretty confident, aren't you, that the trivia is going to sell out pretty quick. The other sport's going to sell out pretty quick as well.
Within hours, I think. I think the trivia and some of the social events, music bingo was a big hit last year. I think we're in for a really, really big show.
So just to keep in mind that if you're a corporate staff working in the department, or you're an employee of the department in any way, shape or form, you are eligible to come to the games. That means any teacher that works in a school, any cleaner that works in a school, any canteen lady that's paid by the school, or canteen man, we shouldn't differentiate there, anyone who works on computers, any teachers' aides, anyone who works for the Department of Education is eligible to come along to this year's Victorian Teachers' Games. So we're really excited about that. Where are they being held this year, Pete? They're
being held in Ballarat, the city of Ballarat, who are one of our greatest presenting partners. So we're really looking forward to being back in Ballarat second year this year, and it's going to be fantastic.
Last year was great in Ballarat. Like Shepparton was good the year before, but and they certainly do put on a good show. But Ballarat was great. The accommodation was so good. It was, but you know, in saying that, make sure you get on board and you lock in your accommodation as quickly as you can. Now, Pete, we've got some new and exciting sports coming up. Tell us about those.
We certainly do. We've got CrossFit. We're announcing CrossFit. Anthony and the team up at Perfit Health and Wellness in North Ballarat have joined on board this year. There's going to be a couple of different categories for you keen fit experts out there. We've got our expert category for both open men's and women's, which is going to be fantastic, and also more of a fitness challenge that probably will cater towards just a general fitness challenge for men's and women's as well. That's an open competition, so it's going to be fantastic to have CrossFit as part of our armoury and arsenal this year. We've already had lots of interest as we announced it last week, and make sure you get on board. I think it's going to be a fantastic event. So CrossFit's one. Number two is European Handball, makes its return to VTG in 2018. Jared Stafford, someone from Handball Victoria, and the team's coming up from Melbourne to run that for us up in Ballarat. Going to be held at the Wendouree Sports Stadium. Really looking forward to that, and we're hoping to get as many teams down there as possible for handball. And last but not least, last year Nathaniel down at Erie Tours Ballarat ran the very, very popular Ghost Tour for us, and we're really hoping that you guys get down and see the Cemetery Tour. So what's happening this year is, for the Cemetery Tour, we've got Monday and Tuesday. For the Ghost Tour, Tuesday and Wednesday. So take your pick on those dates. You can either do one or the other on Tuesday night, but we only have the one option on Monday or Wednesday night. So that's another one. Nathaniel is going to work hard and get your spook on down at the Cemetery of Ballarat. So there are our three sports introducing and activities introducing to you in 2018. CrossFit, European Handball and the Cemetery Tour. CrossFit being a very, very exciting addition indeed. And next thing up,
as you can see, we've got some people training for Victorian Teachers' Games. We've got cycling. That was an ad for cycling, wasn't it, Pete?
Correct, absolutely.
But we've got other things that are coming up in also just an update in regard to how Trivia Challenge is going to be happening this year. What's the changes this year?
So certainly with the Trivia Challenge this year, guys, it's returning to a more traditional venue, the Miners Tavern in Ballarat. It's going to be a smaller, more intimate feel. Last year we had two big nights with over 400 people in the venue. This year we're going to be going back down to about 200 in the venue per night. So Sunday, Monday and Tuesday for the trivia this year, which will be really exciting. The Miners Tavern Ballarat is going to be tables of 10, 20 tables in the room. So make sure you get on board as soon as you possibly can. 200 people in the room each night. night, those tickets are going to sell fast, so make sure you do that. The way to register that, guys, is through a team captain. The team captain can book the table itself. It's not an individual one. Team captain books a table, and then you all get on board that way. So trivia night Monday, Tuesday.
And also the changes being that the team captain has to pay up front. So you make sure that you get that team captain paid back. And team captains, if you're going to register your teams, make sure you've got $200 ready to go for that as well. So if they're thinking to themselves, if there's someone out there, Pete, who's thinking, you know what, I want to go to Teachers Games, but I'm only one person in my school, no one else wants to go, and as a result of wanting to go, how do they, what do they do? What can they do?
Look, thinking back to my teaching days in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne, certainly mention it at your domain meetings, at your Monday night or Tuesday night meetings, whatever it might be. Mention it to your friends. You might be one person in a team of a PE department, or your maths department, your science department. You might be the finance officer for the school. Get involved. Just chat to your colleagues about it, see what you can do, enter a team. There are also many events that you can just do pairs with. So if you just have a mate that wants to go, Lawn Bowls has a pennant pairs event. Also croquet is a pairs event as well. Come down and give it a shot. Definitely just give it up in your meetings, your briefings on a Monday or Wednesday mornings, whatever it might be at your school. Definitely just chat about it in the opportunities that you have in the next couple of months, and see whether people are interested. What are they doing during the term 3 holidays? Who knows? Are they heading overseas, or are they staying in Melbourne? If they're staying in Melbourne, it's a great chance to come up to the city of Ballarat and be part of the Victorian Teachers Games.
Brilliant. And so if you've got we've got some posters on our website that you might like to download just to put around the office space that you've got and the school. But more importantly, if you still do everything you can, you've put a message in a bottle, you've tied a note to your dog, you've done everything you possibly can to get everyone there, and you still can't find anyone, no problem. We've got an opportunity for people who want to join a team. So all they have to do is just jump on board our Facebook event called Join a Team, How to Join a Team. And that Join a Team is simply you put your request in there, and someone else will pick up your request and run with it. You might put on there that you're only you're one person, you're coming down, you want to join a netball team, no problems, we will find your netball team. You might have a team that you're down 1 or 2 players, you put on that How to Join a Team, we're down 2 players for our netball team, or we're down 2 people for our trivia table, then you will sell that out, no problem. That's easy to do. So stay connected to all the latest information. Jump on the link that's on your screen right now, just to make sure that you're across the latest and most important information. That's it for our first week update of Ask VTG. So jump on that hashtag, Ask VTG, ask any questions that you might have. We're happy to answer your questions. Registrations have opened, have opened today, so make sure that you are getting on board and letting everyone you know about Victorian Teachers Games 23rd to the 26th, 2018, September in Ballarat. This is an opportunity for you to ask any questions, and we will happily answer those questions for you. On today's show, we're going to be covering a few things. We've got a new introduction to a VTG manager that we're going to talk about. We've got some announcements in regard to registrations, which is so exciting. And we're going to talk about a few more sports that are jumping on board with us this year. And the hashtag to use if you want to ask a question is simply hashtag AskVTG. So I want to introduce you right now to Peter Van Pixteren.
Hello guys, how are you going? It's going to be fantastic to be part of the VTG